Have you been considering relocating to South Florida? If so, Delray Beach should definitely be at the top of your list. Recently, this quaint little historical beach town has been attracting folks from all over. And it's really no surprise why. Kind of like a picture out of a stereotypical beach town. Remember the movie Porky's? It's kind of like the same thing. Delray Beach basically is reminiscent of what everybody thinks that a South Florida beach town should look like. Got little diners.
It's a great place to come.
Hey, welcome to our channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I'm Kev.
And I'm Suze.
And this is Living in Fort Lauderdale with Kev and Suze. We're local realtors. And as much as we like making videos, and we really do like making the videos.
Yes, we do.
We really like helping people find their new home here in South Florida.
And if you think Delray Beach or one of the surrounding areas might be for you,
just stick around and let us show you what Delray Beach is about. Suze, go ahead and ask me.
what does Delray Beach make it so attractive?
Delray Beach is actually a small town. Now, it's grown up a lot. It's about 70,000 people. It's about doubled in size over the past 20 or 25 years. And we add about 1,000 people every year in here. And the folks that come down here, they just love it coming down here. It's a very diverse place. The average age is probably somewhere in the mid to late 40s, but it attracts families, it attracts young professionals, it attracts folks that are looking to potentially retire down here, but may not be ready to retire. It also attracts folks who are ready to retire and are coming down here. It's just basically a really, really great mix of all kinds of people and all kinds of places.
Now we're here located actually at Delray Beach, at the beach, and across from us we've got a sandbar, we've got Boston's, there is a Luna Sea lunch and breakfast place.
Luna Rosa, it's an Italian restaurant. It's actually one of the nicest restaurants in here. We're going to show you what that is pretty soon because they're open for dinner at 4:30, and I don't know about you, Suze, but I'm getting kind of hungry and I'm getting a little parched, so we'll go check that out.
Okay, sure, let's do that. Oh, well, there's also the sandbar. We could stop there for South Florida cocktail. We have a lot of those, and like I said, there's always a happy hour.
There are a number of reasons why this little town, basically a village by the sea as they call it, was voted one of the best small towns in South Florida. The best small towns actually in the country by USA Today magazine. You don't get that big city vibe that you get with some of the other beaches around here. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. Folks here come down here because of the small town, really small beach town atmosphere.
There's a lot to do here.
There's a lot to do here. There's a lot to see around here too. Now, as with most of the beaches down here in South Florida, and we're not saying this because we live here, we're not trying to be biased, it just happened to be the fact that it's mostly true. The beaches down here are absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of effort that goes into taking care of the beaches, keeping the beaches well maintained, everything else. So one of the biggest attractions down here is, of course, obviously the beach. Here it is, it's Sunday afternoon, the end of February, and folks are out on the beach already. They're walking out here, they're wandering around, so it's a nice calm day in the beach. One of the things that I like, that I find really attractive about this beach, is that they do a lot of stuff, not just to keep the beach itself clean, but the area coming up to the beach. It's nice, it's clean, it's pristine, it's nice and green, and they do a lot of this so that they can kind of attract and keep the wildlife coming in here. Delray Beach, like some of the other beaches here, has planes fly overhead announcing things. Delray Beach, like a lot of the beaches around here, also support the sea turtles. And we're coming up the month of March, which kind of kicks off sea turtle season. As you wander around, look around down here, you'll see signs about sea turtles, being careful about it. There's a lot of little bumps and humps in the sand where basically the sea turtles come in, they lay their eggs, and then along about October, November, so roughly 6 to 7 months later, the sea turtles hatch, and there's a huge exodus and a huge migration from the nests. They're going into the water. So it's actually a very cool thing to watch.
Not to interrupt you, but they usually have it cordoned off so that you don't disturb the sea turtles.
True. Again, it talks about the commitment that they have to making it a very, very nice place and very, very laid back place to go. The other thing is that I'm trying to think of the best way to put it, but the best way to put it, Suze, is probably the quality of life. I mean, we're 15 minutes from Boca Raton, we're 35 minutes from West Palm Beach. We're half an hour from Lauderdale. We're a little over an hour from Miami, but you'd never know it.
Yes, and right here at the beach, you're what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes away from Pineapple Grove.
Yeah, exactly. But the quality of life here is really what it's all about. It's meant to be kind of a laid back, kind of an easygoing, take it easy. And you'll see that in some of the houses that are around here and some of the places to hang out. One of the things that you'll notice here is that there are no tall buildings. They don't want you to think of it as a 15, 20, 25-foot condo complexes and apartment complexes. 4 or 5 stories is fine. It gives everybody an opportunity to go see, kind of hang out. But again, it's more conducive to the overall quality of life going on down here in Delray Beach. I'm going to wander around a little bit, show you a little bit more about it, kind of go sample some of the local cuisine, sample some of the local beverages.
Delray Beach is also very dog friendly. I've seen a lot of dogs around here.
That's a good point. Kind of in keeping with the whole South Florida idea, it's very, very dog friendly and it's very, very pet friendly. So folks are out here with the dogs and whatnot. And everybody's usually pretty good about cleaning up everything, and they have cleaning stations and all that other kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty good about that.
Now, if you haven't noticed what's going on down here, and this is, like I said, a Sunday afternoon, okay, there's always things going on, okay? So we're on A1A right now, which is basically the coastal highway here. Just over my left shoulder, you can see, is basically Atlantic Avenue. Now, that's kind of the big thoroughfare going through Delray Beach, and it actually really defines Delray Beach. So there's stuff to do from just about anywhere. Any kind of food you want to have, any kind of things you want to do. As Sue's pointed out earlier, Pineapple Grove is up there. That has both the art center going on there in the spring and the summer. They have a really, really nice farmers market for those of you that are coming down here for the spring and summer months. It's a great farmers market. So we're going to kind of wander around, show you a little bit about what's going on. Hopefully you'll see what we like here in Delray Beach, and you may want to come check it out yourself. So sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. So we're out here on the strip, and we're hanging out at Luna Rosa. A little noisy, so hopefully y'all can hear us. A lot of traffic going on, a lot of folks coming walking by. But again, this just kind of speaks to a lot of the charm, the enjoyment of being here in Delray Beach. We're going to kind of relax, have something to eat, something to drink. We'll let you know what we think about Luna Rosa. I've heard wonderful things about it. The guy who was working here said a couple of new dishes going on. I'm going to say it's South Florida and it's the beach, folks, so. So we're standing here outside Pineapple Grove, which started off kind of the arts and crafts, the artsy center section of Delray Beach. But as you can see and hear from the crowd around here, it's actually one of the central meeting places. Now, it's right off of Atlantic Avenue, but it's really kind of where everybody kind of comes to hang out. It's actually a very, very neat place to kind of see. During the Friday and Saturday evenings, there's all kinds of an art show going on out here, and you can see where they have all the grounds set up here, where people can come out here and they display all those things that are going on here. Right now, apparently there's a big soccer game going on across the street. A lot of the folks are out there watching that. The really neat thing around here is that everybody kind of comes and hangs out together, and it's just a place where you can kind of go and you can get pretty much anything that you want, anything you want to see, anything that you want to do. Anything that you want to eat, you can pretty much see here. In the evenings, Friday and Saturday evenings, especially starting in probably March timeframe up through early summer, you can see all kinds of art exhibits coming out here and artists come out. It's a really, really neat place to come and kind of hang out and kind of check out. It's a place to see, and actually it's one of the places to be seen here in Delray Beach. Obviously, one of the hot places is the farmhouse kitchen. It's always jam-packed. They're right across the street here. We'll see if we can get over there and check it out. It's a nice little courtyard where people kind of hang out and see what's going on. There's shopping. There's kind of everything for everybody here. Now, on Friday and Saturday nights, they have big car shows. All kinds of cars cruising up and down the street. I mean, you have folks bringing out their Ferraris and their Lamborghinis and everything else. It's almost like a car show on wheels. Everybody's just kind of cruising around, checking things out. As you can tell from what's going on here, it's a lot of fun. Very, very eclectic mix of places and people and things to do. This is one of the things that makes Delray Beach what it is and kind of how nice it is. no shortage of places to go hang out in Delray Beach that are close to the beach and bob the beach, which is kind of makes sense that it is. It is kind of cool that there are a couple places that you can go check out that are not really beach driven, if you will. And one of those places is the Morikami Gardens and Museum. The cool thing about this area is that it's built around kind of a system of 6 different gardens that all represent different times and different styles of Japanese gardens. I'd be the first to admit I'm not that well versed in all of the different types and styles and everything else, but I do know that the couple times that we've been here, it's very, very cool and it's very, very nice. It's a very, very relaxing, very, very nice, very cool place to go to just kind of take it easy. If you want to get out of the sun, if you want to get away from the beach and you want to enjoy a little bit of serenity, peace and quiet, it's really actually beautiful pretty much any time that you come up here. Now, if you just look around, the gardens here are absolutely beautiful. But if you look around here, you'll see just some of the gardens, the way things are laid out, the way things are kind of put out here. Some of the more mature bamboo trees. Now, I read somewhere that bamboo can grow up to like upwards of like maybe even a foot or more each month, which is probably why the pandas like them so much over in China. It's a good constant source of food. There's all kinds of trails and all kinds of paths around here, but this is definitely one of those places that you need to go take a look at, you need to go see when you come up and visit Delray Beach. Kind of like the Morikami Gardens in the museum, the Wakodahatchee Wetlands Center is one of those places that is at the beach, but it's not really at the beach. If you're looking to get out of the sun for a little while, if you just want to kind of experience a little bit more of the wilderness, this is one of the places to go. So we're kind of here right now, and it's a huge place. It's a huge, very, very big area. In addition to being one of the first wetlands parks around here, it's also one of the most comprehensive. Most all of the animals here, most all the wildlife here is basically indigenous to this area of Florida. The bird watchers flock.
I'm a comedian.
To this Wakodahatchee Wetlands area for all the different birds coming in. This is awesome. I was here once before, and it was kind of overcast and kind of cloudy and kind of rainy, so I wasn't able to get the full impact. But down here is just, you know, a day like today, it's almost as fun as being at the beach itself. You can see some of the birds that are nesting up here. This is absolutely gorgeous. So. But sun's kind of in my eyes, but you can see the bird kind of nesting behind us and all the wetlands coming up here. This place is huge. This place is a very, 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 very big area. So you can see the folks out here with their cameras and stuff like that doing the bird watching and pictures. It's a huge thing. As I said before, it's kind of an inside joke that people are flocking to the Wakodahatchee. So there's little gazebos along the way. It's definitely worth seeing. There's not that many natural areas around here anymore, with the exception of, as we mentioned in most of our videos, the granddaddy of them all, the Florida Everglades. But it's just, I mean, you can see out here in the middle of the water area, folks are taking a lot of pictures. You can see the big nests of the birds. You can see all the little duckweed plants and the little pond plants that are out here that help feed some of the birds.
Are you wondering what the green stuff is? It's not algae. What you see are thousands of tiny plants called duckweed. It's abundant during the summer months, and then it dies in the cooler months. Duckweed is important for the wetlands. Why? It discourages growth of algae. It provides food for the wildlife, and as you can see, there's a lot of wildlife here. And it cleans the water by absorbing nitrogen and phosphorus. Pretty cool.
Oops, hopefully these folks won't mind being in and out of our video here and there. It's definitely worth a trip, much like the Morikami Gardens. It's definitely worth a trip if you're down here. You know, it's something to be seen. And the nice part about it is that it's free to walk around and wander around. So you get to see some of this gorgeous, gorgeous area, and you don't have to pay for it. So the parking is pretty good, pretty reasonable amount of parking in here. All kinds of little gazebos and such that you can check out. We'll just pop into one real quick so I can keep the sun from going in my eyes. One of the things that they talk about big down here, you know, is kind of the recycling. Wetlands like this is kind of a filtering place for a lot of the water and a lot of the things that go on down here. It's definitely worth coming and checking it out. Hopefully, if you do, you'll enjoy it as much as we do. So one place we absolutely had to stop at, the Silverball. It's an old-fashioned arcade and it's a pub. So for those of you like me that were around before video games, this is the place you went to. Growing up in South Philly, going out to Cape May, going out to Wildwood, these were the arcades. Rumor has it, and I haven't been in here yet, and it's jammed, so we can't get in on a Sunday. Rumor has it they actually have one of the old skee ball games from Coney Island, so you know it's got to be cool. Now, one of the really cool things about it is if you're like me when you were a kid, you basically had to save up for a couple of weeks to go actually play the arcades. In here, for the one-time entrance fee, all the games are set to free. So you pay your entrance fee, you go in, you get a couple of drinks, something to eat, maybe even get a Coney Island dog, and you get to play all your arcade games for nothing. This is definitely a can't miss, don't want to miss here in Delray Beach.
It's great for the family, it's great for date night, and it's great for all ages. So if you're going to be here, make sure this is the place to stop.
So as the sun sets in Delray Beach, so does our video. We hope you enjoy viewing the video as much as we enjoyed making it. So a little bit more about Delray, just north of Boca, just a little bit south of Boynton Beach, about a half an hour each way from Fort Lauderdale or West Palm. You can basically get there from just about anywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe an hour, from Miami maybe, honey?
Yeah, 3 international airports.
So, Ellie, Mike, hopefully you found what you're looking for in this. If not, definitely to reach out and let us know. It's going out to one of our clients out in LA. It's moving to Delray.
If you consider subscribing this way and tap the bell, that way you'll never miss a video.
So,
And until we see you next time.
thanks.